ladies, welcome back. As you can see, I'm relaxing in a coffee shop in Manchester, and it's really nice to be here. And I'm wanting you to join me in this environment because I know you're going out on dating, especially if you're doing online dating. And great places to go to are coffee shops. And I'm going to talk a little bit how and why to go to a coffee shop and how to arrange that when it comes to a first date. My name is Andrea and I'm a love, dating and relationship coach for single women who are looking for love. So, why do I suggest coming to a coffee shop, especially for a first date? Well, the reason why is that it's a much more relaxed environment. And when you do an online dating, for example, you don't really know who the guy is, even if you've been messaging each other, even if you've talked on the phone and you're having, great connection. You won't really know who he is until you actually meet in person. So, how do you go about actually arranging a coffee date? Let's say you've been messaging each other online and he asks you out. I would love to see you again, and you're receptive to that. So, in order to arrange it, I always suggest having a telephone conversation preferably. But if this is just on WhatsApp or it's on messaging, that's totally cool as well. So, if he arranges to go on a date, and let's say he suggests dinner, a great thing for you to say would be like, well, I would love to go to dinner for another time, but for now, just so we can get to know each other better in a relaxed way, I would love to go out for coffee. If he has a problem with that, then that's a massive red flag and you want to let that one go, but rarely that would happen. So you suggest coffee. Let's say he, is a guy who likes to lead, and he suggests somewhere like Starbucks or Costa Coffee. These are really popular coffee shops. Because they're so popular, it's places where people go when they're going to work in the morning or just finished work. It's kind of got a lot of work connotations, and I want you to be able to create something different. So if he suggests somewhere like Starbucks or Costa Coffee, then you could really say to him, well, you know what, I would love to go somewhere a little bit different. Could you come up with a different idea? What that does is going to keep him on his toes as well, that's a good thing. And also it's going to create something like a different type of energy between you two. You're taking that, that dating scenario out of the norm, especially if he automatically suggested Costa or Starbucks. Then he was in kind of like a pattern anyway. And maybe he's taken other girls to those places, and you don't want to be in the same boat as the other girls, right? You want to come across as someone different and special. So, let's say he doesn't know of a different place, or he asks you, okay, where would you like to go? This is when you need to do some research beforehand. This is when you need to do a bit of a recce. You need to explore the environment where you live. When you know where you live anyway, but maybe you've not thought in this way before when you're talking about dating. So beforehand, if you're starting online dating and you're ready, you want to meet someone, just take a walk around where you locally live, because I always suggest choose somewhere that's close by. Ladies, safety is important, and I want you to feel relaxed and comfortable, especially on a first date with someone you haven't met before. So you've got to think about you getting home. So you've got to think about logistics as well. So you find places that that are a little bit quirky, that are a little bit different, that you feel comfortable in. So if he asks you for some ideas, you already know straight away, well, hey, there's this place or that place. And if he takes the lead and takes control, you've already said Costa and Starbucks, for example, are a no-go. So he's going to come up with a nice, quirky, curious place. So those are a few ways that you can actually get to go out on a coffee date. Coffee dates are great. And another great reason why coffee dates are great is that it has the connotation that it's just, a very short period of time. Again, going back to, you don't know who this person is or who this guy is until you've actually met him. There may not actually be any real chemistry until you've met them, okay? So I always suggest to all my clients, when it comes to a first date, limit that time. So a coffee date is always, we all know that it's limited anyway, but just in case you feel a little bit nervous and anxious, because I know for some of you who are just starting dating, you can feel a little bit nervous sometimes, so I understand that. And a way to alleviate those anxiety or those nerves is to know that you've got a time limit on it. So what you can suggest is, well, I'd love to meet for coffee, and you give them a window of time. So typically coffee is like, it's a daytime thing. I think after about 6 or 7 o'clock, then we're going in for drinks. So coffee is a daytime thing. So if it's on the weekend, you can say, well, yeah, on Saturday I'm free between 12 and 3. That would be great. And then he knows he's got that window of opportunity to go on a date. If it's, say, in the midweek and you're very busy, I know some of you, some modern world, are really, really busy, then you can have the opportunity of saying, well, I've got my lunch break and I can go at such and such a time. Again, your time is limited, and this means for you ladies who are busy, there's no excuse now to say that you're too busy today. I'm taking all those reasons and excuses away from you right now, because I want you to attract and keep your Mr. Right. So that's how you can arrange to go on a coffee date. It's very simple. It does require to have a conversation, and you'll also, by having these conversations, you'll get to know a bit more about him, whether he likes to take the lead or is happy for you to take the lead. And you'll also find out, if he does take the lead, where does he suggest to go, because that will be telling you a lot about him, and that's a good thing to know. But if you come up with the idea yourself, that's also okay, because you're going to feel comfortable and relaxed. So try those suggestions. Those are all the wonderful benefits of you going out on a coffee date. So thanks for watching. I've got some other great videos on first dates, coffee dates, dinner dates, go-to drinks around Manchester in the UK, and other relationship tips. So just sign up for my channel, give me the thumbs up. But for now, wish you well and want you to find love and stay in love.